Shalom, shalom. This is Barbara, and I'm serving as your host today, and Brother Pete is here as your co-host.
So glad to be a part of this and glad to have you join us.
Well, we just want to welcome everyone to the Sabbath-day conference call. And today the topic is the prophetic year of the 360 days. And you will find these all listed in Daniel and Revelation. And we're going to be talking about Israel's year versus the Julian year. And here is the apocalyptic year.
In biblical eschatology, a prophetic year or prophetical year is sometimes regarded as being different from an ordinary year on the Gregorian calendar. Namely, it is referred to as a 360-day period of time, or a 360-year period of time, or a 360-year period of time composed of 360-day years. The names apocalyptic year or apocalyptical year have also been used in some literature in obvious reference to Revelation, also known as the Apocalypse of St. John. There is an ongoing debate, but evidence is put forward by advocates of the so-called prophetical year can be seen in the prophecies of Daniel and Revelation, as seen in the use of times, and a half a time. That would be 1 plus 2 plus a half is equal to 3.5, or 1,260 days, and the term 42 months. These references represent a period of 1,260 days based on the 360-day Jewish year multiplied by 3.5. Divide 1,260 by 42 months, and you'll get 32-day months, as 12 months of 30 days equals 360 days in a year. And that's taken from the Wikipedia article on prophetic year and reference given.
Yeah, and a lot of this information today is just from Wikipedia. You can go look it up for yourself, and I'll leave all these links below.
And with Wikipedia.
Yeah, right. And and when it talks about a Jewish year, we know it's Israel, but the tribe of Judah everything's been named Jewish, but it's Israel's calendar. So these time periods occur 10 times in Scripture. Daniel 7:25, times and a half. Daniel 9:27, half, one set of 7. Daniel 12:7, times and a half. Revelation 11:2, 42 months. Revelation 11:3, 1,260 days. Revelation 11:9, 3 days and a half. Revelation 11:11, 3 days and a half. Revelation 12:6, the 1,260 days. Revelation 12:14, times and a half. Revelation 13:5, 42 months. And if you are a student of Scripture, you have read Daniel and Revelation, and you've heard about the 1260, the 1290, the 1335, the 42 months. So this is an explanation of how we get those times in Scripture. And you will notice that all these are divisible by 30-day months. The origins appears to be in connection mainly with the following Bible verses referring to the period translated time.
Times time, half a time, and he will speak against the Most High and oppress his saints and try to change the set times and the laws. The saints will be handed over to him for a times, and a half a time. That's Daniel 7:25. Times, and a half. This is Daniel 12:7. And I heard the man clothed in linen, which was upon the waters of the river, when he held up his right hand and his left hand unto heaven, and swore by him that liveth forever, that it shall be for a time, times and a half. And when he shall have accomplished to scatter the power of the holy people, all these things shall be finished. Revelation 12:4. And to the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness, into her place where she was nourished for a time and times and a half a time from the face of the serpent.
Okay, well, now we're going to go into history. Well, I'm sure you've heard of the story of Noah, and the 360-day year does prove the Creator's calendar. In ancient times, 12 30-day months were used, making a total of 360 days for the year. Abraham used the 360-day year, which was known in Ur. The Genesis account of the flood and the days of Noah illustrated this 360-day year by recording the 150-day interval till the waters abated from the earth. In other words, it indicates a 5-month period as being exactly 150 days in length, or 5 30-day months. And we did a YouTube about this also with this title.
We see it here in the account of the flood. This is Genesis 7:11. In the 600th year of Noah's life, in the 2nd month, in the 17th day of the month, the same day were all the fountains of the great deep broken up, and the windows of heaven were opened. Genesis 7:24. And the waters prevailed upon the earth 150 days. Genesis 8:4. And the ark rested in the 7th month, on the 17th day of the month, upon the mountains of Ararat. The 150 days began on the 17th day of the 2nd month and ended on the 17th day of the 7th month.
So this is just a demonstration of the months. The months are all 30-day long months. And here you can pause the screen and read this for yourself, because we did do a YouTube about this a while back. But the 5 months equals 150 days, 30 days times 5 months. And this proves the calendar Noah used had 30-day months. Well, is the Julian calendar still used? I just wanted to explain just a little bit about this, because we're going to see this in the quotes below from Wikipedia and these other sources. That why do historians still use the Julian calendar? Well, because it was used worldwide for over 16 centuries in the world. And so it's important to genealogists because it was used to record events in many countries as recently as the early 1900s. It was changed to the Gregorian calendar that we use today. But also, astronomers use the Julian calendar. And so you will see that in these quotes below.
First definition. It is noteworthy that the prophecy was given in Babylon, and the Babylonian year consisted of 12 months of 30 days. That the prophetic year is not the ordinary year is no new discovery. It was noticed 16 centuries ago by Julius Afranius in his book Chronography, wherein he explains the 70 weeks to be weeks of Jewish, that is, lunar years. And that coming from the book The Coming Prince by Robert Anderson, reference given.
So these are examples of the first definition, the 70 weeks. Now this 70th week is admittedly a period of 7 years, and a half of this period is 3 times described as a time, times and a half a time, or the dividing of times, twice as 42 months, and twice as 1,260 days. But 1,260 days are exactly equal to 42 months of 30 days, or 3.5 years of 360 days, whereas 3.5 Julian years contain 1,278 days. It follows, therefore, that the prophetic year is not the Julian year, but the ancient year of 360 days. This is the day for a year principle, and it's indicated that a prophetic day stood symbolically for a literal solar year, a prophetic month for 30 literal years, and a prophetic year for 360 literal years.
Scripture day for a year principle. Based on the analogy of Scripture principle, the biblical evidence for this approach is found in Numbers 14:34. After the number of the days in which you search the land, even 40 days, each day for a year shall you bear your iniquities, even 40 years, and you shall know my breach of promise. Ezekiel 4:6. And when you have accomplished them, lie again on your right side, and you shall bear the iniquity of the house of Judah 40 days. I have appointed 3 each day for a year. I appointed thee each day for a year.
So the second and third definition can be said to follow from application of the day for year principle. We will find that the 1,260 days in the Revelation, being reduced to years, are 18 years short of Julian years in the prophetical reckoning, and by reason of the additional days turned into years in the ordinary counts now, it is 18 years short of this prophecy, the way it should be fulfilled. And right now, the Julian calendar, if you look at it, it's 13 days behind a Gregorian calendar, and that's the calendar we're used to right now.
The 1,260, the prophetical year, 1 360 plus 1 360 equals 2, or 720. 3 times 360 be 1,080, and half is 180. So that's 3 years and a half, or 1,260. The Julian year. In the Julian year, we would have 1 360 plus 1 year of 360 would equal 2 years, or 730 days. 3 years would be 1,095, and a half would be 183, or that would equal 3 years and a half, or 1,278. If anybody is counting, that's 18 years extra. Now, if, according to this computation, we subtract 1,260 apocalyptical years from 1,278 Julian years, there remains 18 years to be cut off.
So in the previous computation, the Julian calendar excuse me, was 1,278 years, and it would be 18 years off, as Brother Pete just said. And to arrive at this theory, use time, times, and a half a time mentioned in one verse, and subsequently 42 months and 1,260 days, and they've all been mentioned in those verses in Daniel and Revelation. We're right at the end of this video, but I thought we should explain the 30-day calendar of the creators.
Certainly. What we see in the picture there is the Creator's lunar solar calendar. It is not a Julian calendar you would find printed and pick up at Walmart. This is showing that each month is the same, and it is registered to the moon as shown in Yahweh's calendar image below that. It is the same calendar overlapping. So the moon goes through its cycles once a month. That defines a moon. So we have the first work week starts on the 2nd of the month and ends on the 8th. That 8th would be the Sabbath. So we see that the Sabbaths are the 8th, the 15th, the 22nd, and the 29th. We have other videos explaining this in great detail. But this then repeats every month.
Okay, thank you. So what we have learned is the prophetic year is not the Julian year or the Gregorian year. The prophetic year is the ancient biblical year of 360 days. The Creator's calendar will be utilized in all the end-of-time prophecy. And I know you are a Bible student, that's why you're here today. And all these prophecies will be fulfilled with the Creator's calendar that is in the heavens. So to access more information about the calendar in the heavens and the years and the days that Yah has appointed for us, please go to our website, lunarsabbathday.com. And please don't forget to like if this is a blessing to you and share with your friends and family that love Yeshua. So thank you everyone for being here today, and thank you, Brother Pete.
Glad to be aboard.